Oh my god, I am terrible. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever you are, whoever you are. Good. Right, Extrapolice, back for another video. Thought today, obviously, we'll go through, play a bit more Warzone, try and get some dubs in that. Apologies for like the 5-minute long montage at the beginning. But going through with that video, it was the game I had on Saturday during the live stream. It was like quite close, like closest to the beginning of the live stream. Obviously, if you missed out and don't want to miss out again, I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and I'm alternating Saturdays. I'm still trying to work out what I'm doing there. If you want to go check that out, it's twitch.tv/Extrapolice. I'll put it in the link. I'll put it in the description below. Fun game. I was so annoyed that I came second because I got outgunned. I had 10 to run a suppressed foul, and I got outgunned by an MP5 at close range when I was tapping them in like closest to the head. But yeah, it was my own mistake. But I'm starting to run an M13 suppressed, because the last couple of games I was playing before I started recording, I was picking up the suppressed thermal one you can get within the game. It's surprisingly good to say how silenced it is, and the thermal surprisingly helps. I've noticed that obviously a lot of thermal weapons are starting to drop, so a lot of people are starting to use thermals. So I'm leveling the M13 up to try and get to a stage where I can get the thermal sight in. Going through with that, so I'm still running sniper main, and obviously then AR second now. Obviously, I've switched it from the FAL to the M13. But yeah, it was going, stream went well. Obviously, again, if you missed it, all social medias will be in the description to whatever I'm doing at the time. Because obviously, I'll let you know whenever I'm uploading a video, whenever I'm streaming. Because Saturday was, I'm still trying to work out what I'm doing on Saturdays. It's either going to be a stream or a video or both. I don't know which one I'm doing permanently yet, so I'm just going to put through, because like how I sort of tweeted out that I was streaming was, oh, I'm doing a little impromptu stream. All social medias and Twitch, everything will be in the link at the bottom. I'm thinking Cobblestone. But on other news for Call of Duty, there's sort of two bits of news I've been seeing going around recently. The news of a new master camo being added in, but supposedly it's just one that we can all get, and you don't have to have the Damascus for. So obviously, if you don't know, Damascus is going through all guns, getting them all gold, getting them all the platinum stage. So obviously, get every camo for every weapon essentially, and you get sort of an oil slick camo. But apparently they're meant to be introducing a camo that's like Damascus, but you can get once you've got gold on a weapon. You don't have to go through and unlock Damascus before you can go and unlock this. It's going to be interesting to see what they do for it, and I'm still having issues with this fucking cable. I've gone through and shortened it like I said I was going to. Still having issues with it, still unplugging itself. So if anyone can actually help and give me a way to sort the issue out, I'd be very grateful. But in the other side of news for CODs, supposedly, I saw on Twitter saying that Riley was meant to be being added into the game through Season Pass 3. Although I've looked through the Season Pass, a dog charm, which I've now got on some of my weapons, and a dog finishing move. So obviously it looks identical to Riley. Obviously Riley's from Ghost, not Modern Warfare. You've got a dog in game now, but it's a finisher or an execution, whatever you want to really call it. Yeah, going through, I'm still sort of dropping hills and everything to going up there and then going whichever direction sort of the circle's going. People getting hyped up about a dog being introduced, like expecting it to be sort of like how Ghost was. Obviously, you can call in Riley and then run around the map with them on. Because I've seen some images and some videos of people in the loading screens with the characters walking around and they have a dog next to them. From what I know, only a finisher move. You know, obviously you're not going to have a dog running around with you in game, which would be sick, because it'd be cool to see if it actually did what Riley used to do, and obviously then indicate where people are at the time. So obviously, if you hadn't played Ghost, if you had Riley out at the time, he would growl, stop, and sort of point when an enemy was close to you. So it was a nice little sort of tracker in a way. Help if I have my headphone on. But yeah, going through, obviously Riley's technically in the game, I suppose, but he is and he isn't, because he's more of just sort of a finishing move, which kind of sucks. Obviously we have to see where everything sort of goes with it, I suppose. Where the fucking Jesus Christ! Oh my god! Oh, that's gonna even shit on me. Oh, Jesus fucking H Christ. Hope you all had a good Easter. Hope you got the eggs you wanted, I suppose. Hope you enjoyed your Easter lockdown. That's essentially all I did yesterday, was play a bit of COD and played the Bunny Day event for Animal Crossing. What the fuck? Same distance, and apparently he can kill me faster than I can kill him. Fuck off! Slowly making our way through the battle pass and everything. Well, obviously we've got 50 days left, so it's sometime next month. Sometime in the next 2 months, basically. Shortly after the Season 3 battle pass dropped, I saw things going around on Twitter. I was like, oh, it's been confirmed of when the new Season Pass is dropping. I was like, oh yeah, we get an indicator for that before it starts. So obviously slowly getting through, obviously I'll try and quickly show you what I mean. Because when they say about the dog, I can't remember which, I don't know what operator I've seen with them, but obviously that's the operator you get, but then you get, again, it does look exactly like Riley. It's obviously the whole German Shepherd and the body armor for it, but it's just a finishing move. So when people are saying it's like, oh, we're getting Riley, we're not, we're getting a finishing move with a dog in it. It's a cool little addition, but let's just go through. And obviously then if people enjoy having the dog there, it's a dog there, but you've got to get finishing moves to see it. Because again, it would be a nice little thing to have in Warzone or something, to sort of give an indicator on where people are at the time. What? So yeah, going through, there's not really much news in the way of COD at the minute. Obviously the Camo, it was sort of leaked shortly after the game was released, and obviously Damascus was found. People who were data mining the game at the time ended up finding a code for Diamond. Obviously if it's still Diamond after we get it, or something different, I don't know. It seems weird that they had something in after Damascus, especially when you don't need the weapons Platinum to go for it. When it comes down to the Camo challenge, I've never been one for going in and getting all the camos done. I've done it, I tried it in Black Ops 3 after, it was shortly after Infinite Warfare dropped, because I was getting bored and sick of IW at the time, and I was running through and playing the remaster and Black Ops 3 at the time, so I got bored and tried to do the Dark Matter challenge. But the weirdest thing was though, when Black Ops 3 first dropped, the first set of weapons I got diamonds were the snipers. And I confuse a lot of people when I say that. 100% true, because going off of the movement system for Black Ops 3, you wouldn't have thought the first thing some people would have got done were snipers. It tends to be one of the weapons I sort of grab first whenever I jump into a COD. I don't know why, this is something I've always done. Obviously, since I started getting used to the games, not like when I first started playing like Modern Warfare 2 and everything. But yeah, and then I attempted it in Black Ops 4, and it was quite close. I was only a couple weapons off at the time, so I tried to get it done before this dropped. But I'm not the type of person who just sit and grinds COD for camos or anything. I've tried to in the past with no success, but then it's going through and saying with Damascus, because you obviously if you played Modern Warfare, you've seen all the camos for a single weapon. It is mind-boggling to see what you've got to go through to get the camo, and then people were doing it in like a week. What the fuck? Get a life. But it's, even when it comes down to it, Damascus doesn't look that good, like compared to Dark Matter and everything. I looked at the camera when the guy was there, so that's my fault.
Time to earn your freedom, soldier.
Oh, fuck me, man. When it comes to trying to get got a lot of shit done within Modern Warfare. I'm not fussed about it. Like camos wise, I don't have a single gun gold yet. That's more just because of the grind you've got to put in to get the weapons gold or any sort of camo out of it. I don't see the point. There's a couple that I'm close to getting, but it's like it's going through and getting the mounted kills and the long shots. They're a bitch to do in this game, so I just never touch them. Going through with gameplay wise for this, it feels like I've got to start playing very passive aggressive. I don't know why, but every time I've played passive, I'm coming out with, I don't know if my average kills have gone up. No, my average kills still 2, but the past couple of games I've been going into, getting taken out around the 3rd circle with about 3 or 4 kills. Obviously then if I'm getting close to the top 10 or top 5, it's somewhere around 6, 8 maybe. Obviously like the montage at the beginning, that was a 10 kill game. Obviously it would have been 11 if I got the fucking final kill. Still trying to work out what playstyle I should be playing. I have a feeling the best way to go about playing this is you've always got to be in the background, always be sort of in the shadows for it. So when it comes down to trying to get kills and everything within it, you've always got to play aggressively to get the kills. Obviously you get fucking people who sit in corners, obviously you've seen the game before, people who just sit in corners and then just stay in one spot. Like I kind of did on Saturday with the montage, because I stayed in the crane, I was still moving around, not being stuck, not being like sat staring in one direction. And obviously then when it all came down where I tried to push around and move as best I could. So it wasn't like I was stuck dead in one spot. It does seem like it, not like looking at the footage and going through it, but it was almost a double-digit kill win. Kind of shit it wasn't, because it would have been my 3rd one. But still pushing to get the W. So it's more just going to be the point of trying to stay around and actually get shit done. Because I'm trying to play aggressive but as sneaky as possible, if you know what I mean. So going through, passive aggressive seems to be... This won't be fun. That was fucking stupid. Why did I stay and attack him? I knew he was getting the fucking weapon. Fuck! Like I was saying, there's not much in the way of news for COD. It's just sort of going through and trying to work out what my playstyle is going to be. But again, I'm still trying to work it out. I hit Alex in the prosthetic leg. Fuck. Obviously, I'm still trying to work out what weapons are best for me, how to get through and adjust to my weapon pickouts. Because there was a game just before I started recording, and I was able to get, I was running around for most of the game with. So I was running through mainly with the thermal AX50 and the thermal suppress M13. That's what I'm starting to run now, which is I need the thermal for it really. It was a good setup. It's the only downside for me was the AX50 wasn't suppressed. I think I got into the top 20 with that setup. Didn't switch over to my actual setup because I wasn't able to. So it was an alright playthrough for the game. Obviously shit ending because got put into the gulag just before it was closed. What are you gonna do? I fucking hate this game. But yeah, it was that M13 that I was running with. Obviously, I'll end the video here. Oh, I forgot to mention. Did a mini sort of montage for my friend Luke Vantage. Came to me a while ago, obviously, before everything started kicking off with the situation that's happening at the moment. So I was sort of trying to figure out what I was doing at the time when he came to me. Obviously, finally got around to doing this, the footage for him. All done in, I think it was about 3 or 4 hours worth of editing time. He uploaded it today. Obviously, I've uploaded it to my channel as well. Obviously, go check out Luke's channel if you're into Destiny 2 content, because that's what he's mainly doing at the moment. Obviously, what he's streaming, what he's doing content-wise. So yeah, go check that out. It'll be in the end cards. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. Hope you enjoyed whatever you're doing at the minute. Hope you're enjoying time with your family, time with your friends. Whatever you're doing with the situation, hope you're enjoying it. I hope I'm bringing some sort of joy, some sort of happiness, some sort of laughter to the time. I fucking doubt I am, but you know, all in all, it's been Extrapolice, guys. Peace.